Hello, my name is Thomas Crooks, and it has always been my passion to create and build things of my own. Today, I want to tell you a little bit about myself and my academic goals, my passion for building things, my love of cooking with my family, and lastly, what I hope to achieve in this course.
Why did that guy try to kill Trump and almost succeeded? Why did he do that?
Well, I'd like to know that.
Well, yeah, but
That one's crazy. You know the whole deal with that guy's house, professionally scrubbed, no footprint on the internet, no social media footprint.
Consciousness is a byproduct of the function of the brain, isn't it? A brain is basically a physical computer, right? That we've evolved intelligence to problem solve. That's why you've got a brain, apart from keeping everything sort of going, is to solve problems, isn't it? It's to find food and mate and all that sort of stuff. So we're just a computer, and consciousness is an upshot. It's called an epiphenomenon. So suddenly with this amazing computer where it's just meant to solve problems, we can suddenly introspect and have worries and have anxieties. And part of that that's evolved is a sense of humour, presumably to get us over stuff, to see things in a different way and, understand.
why did that guy try to kill Trump and almost succeeded? Why did he do that?
Well, I'd like to know that.
Well, yeah, but
That one's crazy. You know the whole deal with that guy's house, professionally scrubbed, no footprint on the internet, no social media footprint.
yeah, there's 0% chance that he has no social media footprint.
We don't know anything, right? And
Yeah.
everyone stopped asking questions, and
Yeah.
there was never a formal report. There was never press conferences where they detailed all the information that we know currently and where the investigation stands at the moment. What we know is you have a very young kid who was filmed, they knew he was there with a rangefinder a half an hour before the event. You also know that CNN streamed it live, which I do not believe they did for any other rally, and certainly not for a rally that's in the middle of nowhere in Pennsylvania. Like, there's a lot of weird shit. The fact that they wouldn't let people be on that roof because the Secret Service lady said it was sloped and it was dangerous. That's what she'd want to have. Meanwhile, the snipers that were on the other roof was a steeper pitch. It made no fucking sense.
I totally agree. It makes no sense. In fact, I went back to Butler with President Trump, before the election, sort of like the Return to Butler rally. And I was on that stage, and I'm looking at that roof, and I'm like, if I was a sniper, my pole position, my number one spot would be that roof.
Yeah.
Like, it's like the best seat in the house.
Yeah.
Like, why would you not?
No, it's so obvious.
It's the best seat in the house.
And
like, if you want to be a sniper, there isn't a better position.
It was pretty obvious that the idea was, like, if we're saying that this is a coordinated assassination attempt, and it very well could have been, that's what you would do. You'd have someone go up there, he shoots the president, you shoot him, you got Lee Harvey Oswald
Right,
all over
against
again.
JFK
It's over. It's all
repeat.
wrapped up nice and
Yeah.
clean. They assassinated him. We never heard a peep about it. We
Yep.
don't have any idea. They would concoct some sort of story. He was radicalized by this or that, or, he was
Yeah.
on medication. Who knows?
Right.
And now, you have a completely different presidential election, and you have a murder on live television.
Power, isn't it? It's good to have a sense of humour. It's good to have people with a sense of humour in society. So it's sort of a way. It's sort of like, I heard one theory once that chimps sort of groom each other. That makes them feel better. Makes them feel safe. And then when tribes and society got big, you couldn't do that individually. So you had doing it with language. And I think comedy is a part of that. A group of people getting together, laughing, the world's okay. Same growing up. If you're having a laugh, if people's taking a piss, things couldn't be that bad. Whatever you had, if you had a problem, a mate would take the piss, it must be all right. It's when they stopped taking the piss that you knew you probably had an hour to live. And even then you go, oh, they've only got an hour to live, I better keep taking the piss so they don't know they're dying. So you just keep taking the piss right to the way they die. And even when they slip into a coma, still draw a cock on their face. Oh.
Random passersby were pointing out that there's a guy on the roof
with a fucking gun.
with a gun. Yes.
Yeah, it's not like he was so far away you couldn't tell he had a gun. People
Yeah.
saw him.
Yeah.
The whole thing's completely insane.
Yeah.
And you don't hear a goddamn thing about it. It's like, I'm almost more interested in that. No, I am more interested in that than I am the JFK files.
I agree.
Because I feel like with the JFK files, it's so long ago.
Yeah, it's water
everyone's
under the
dead.
bridge.
Who's going to know?
Right.
If you could prove now, and did you see that there was some sort of, there was some indications that there was a phone that had been traveling from outside the FBI offices in D.C. to
Yeah, I saw that.
where this kid lived.
Right.
Multiple times.
I mean, I don't know there's anyone you could choose to have a head in a jar for eternity that after, I was going to say after the first 1,000 years, but I mean, they'd be annoyed with me after the first 30 seconds. They'd be regretting their decision straight away. So I'm just a head in a jar and I can talk somehow. Oh, fuck me, it'd be horrible, wouldn't it? Oh, no one. I mean, I know that would be bad, being a head in a fucking jar. I mean, again, it would wear off, wouldn't it? There's a limit to how much fun you can have. That's a fucking head in a jar. Oh. Someone who wouldn't drive me mad. Probably someone quiet. If I wanted to talk, I'd talk. They could just nod. They can't even nod. They're a head in a jar. They can do that. Someone with eyebrows. Otherwise you wouldn't know whether they're listening or not, would you? Fucking hell.